Hey everyone, and welcome back. Today we're going to be taking a deep dive into some AI tools that are, well, they're predicted to be huge in 2024.
That's right.
Yeah, and we're basing all this on an episode of the Digital Hustle podcast called Top AI Tools to Learn in 2024 to Boost Your Career.
Good episode.
Yeah, and we're going to try to break down, like what are these tools? How do they actually work? And how could they be relevant to you, to your job, to your interests, all that good stuff.
Yeah, that's the goal.
Yeah, so imagine writing a whole blog post in just seconds, or turning what you're saying right now into text that you can edit, or even designing graphics that look professional but you don't have any design experience.
It's like that.
Yeah. So are you ready to kind of get into this stuff?
Yeah, let's dive in.
Okay, awesome. So GPT-4, this one's been everywhere lately.
Yeah, it's getting a lot of buzz.
I feel like I'm still not totally sure what it even does.
Okay, well, it's essentially an AI model for content creation.
Yeah.
And it can generate really high quality text, human-like text, on a whole bunch of different topics.
Okay.
We're talking blog posts, social media captions, even product descriptions, email marketing, chatbot scripts, you name it.
Oh, okay.
So the cool thing about GPT-4 is it understands context.
Mm.
So it can tailor its responses to whatever you need.
Okay.
Which is a game changer for people who need to create a lot of content or even want to automate certain writing tasks.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Okay, so this next one, Jasper. This one seems really interesting to me. It's like an AI writing assistant, right?
Yeah, and this one's built specifically for marketers and copywriters.
Oh, interesting.
So it's kind of similar to GPT-4.
Okay.
But it's focused on making those marketing materials, like blog posts, landing pages, ads, email campaigns.
Gotcha.
And the really cool thing about Jasper is you can actually train it on your brand's tone of voice.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which ensures that your messaging stays consistent.
Okay, so if I give it my website copy and blog posts and even social media posts, that kind of thing.
Exactly.
And it'll just learn to write like that.
Yep. That's the idea.
That's so cool.
Yeah. And it's a big win for businesses because they can create a ton more content without sacrificing the quality.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so this next one, Canva.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I have to admit, I love Canva.
I think everybody does.
It's made designs so much easier.
For everybody, right?
For people who are not designers, which is me.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So how is AI being used in Canva?
Well, Canva's using AI to make it even easier to create those professional quality graphics.
Okay.
So think social media posts, infographics, presentations, even logos.
I didn't know it could do logos.
Oh, yeah. Canva can do a lot.
Wow.
And the AI can recommend layouts, fonts, and images that perfectly match whatever content you're making.
Oh, that's so smart.
Yeah. So it allows anyone, even if you have no design experience, to make really stunning visuals really quickly.
Yeah. Okay.
And efficiently.
Yeah. It's like having a design consultant built into the platform.
Exactly.
I love that.
Yeah. It takes the guesswork out, which is huge.
Okay, so we've covered AI for writing, for design. What about just productivity in general?
Right. Well, that's where Notion comes in.
Okay.
It's an all-in-one workspace, and its AI features are a big reason it's become so popular.
Interesting.
So Notion, it's more than just taking notes and managing projects. It uses AI to automate all kinds of tasks.
Like what?
Things like summarizing long articles, drafting to-do lists, even creating content templates.
Whoa.
So it basically becomes your personal assistant, helping you stay organized and streamline your workflow.
So it's not just about writing things down, it's about making them actionable and getting things done.
Exactly.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so this last one, Descript. This one sounds really interesting to me and a little bit like magic.
It is pretty cool.
So it's all about video editing.
Right. But what's unique is it uses AI to transcribe your spoken words
Okay.
into text that you can edit.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. So I can edit a video by editing the transcript.
Yep.
How does that even work?
Well, Descript has really good speech-to-text technology, and it uses AI to turn the audio from your video into text.
Okay.
And then it syncs the transcript with the video, so you can edit the video just by messing with the text.
That is mind-blowing.
It is.
I can see how this would be a game changer for people who make videos.
Totally.
Like YouTubers, podcasters, online courses. It saves so much time.
Oh, yeah. Especially for people who aren't professional video editors, it makes it so much easier.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a really good example of how AI is changing these creative workflows,
Hmm.
making them faster, easier, more intuitive.
Okay, so we've covered a lot here, and these tools are obviously really powerful.
Definitely.
But we're not saying that AI is going to, like, replace human creativity
Oh, no, definitely
or
not.
expertise.
No, these are meant to help us, not replace us.
Right, they're like super-powered assistants.
That's a good way to put it. They help us work smarter, not harder.
Yeah, and it's important to remember that AI is a tool. And like any tool, we have to use it responsibly.
Absolutely. Ethically.
Yeah.
It's about finding the right balance between, using the power of AI and still keeping that human element in everything we do.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
Yeah,
So we've kind of established that these AI tools they can really change the way we work.
definitely.
But what does that even mean for the future of work?
Right.
Like, are robots going to take over all the jobs?
Yeah, that's a big question.
Yeah.
And it's understandable, right? Anytime new technology comes around, people worry about their jobs.
Right.
But history kind of shows us that technology often creates more jobs than it takes away.
So you're saying, like, we shouldn't be afraid of AI?
Yeah, I think so.
Hmm.
Think of it this way. AI can automate all that boring, repetitive stuff,
Right.
which frees up humans to focus on things that require more, like creativity and critical thinking, those things that AI is not so good at.
Yeah, the stuff that makes us human.
Exactly. So instead of replacing us, AI is kind of pushing us to do even more interesting work.
That's a good point. I like that.
Yeah.
So what industries do you think are going to be the most impacted by AI?
Well, we talked about a few already.
Yeah.
Marketing, design, video editing,
Mm-hmm.
but it goes way beyond that. Like healthcare, finance, education, manufacturing, pretty much every industry is going to be touched by this.
Okay, but how?
Well, like in healthcare, they're using AI to look at medical images, help with diagnoses, even personalized treatment plans.
Wow.
And in finance, it's all about things like algorithmic trading, fraud detection, risk assessment.
That makes sense.
In education, you've got personalized learning experiences, automating all that admin stuff.
So it's kind of everywhere.
It really is.
So, okay, we've seen how AI can be used in creative fields like, writing, design, video. But is AI really capable of creativity itself?
That's the big question, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I think the answer is complicated. We've seen AI make music, write poetry, even create art that's sold for a lot of money.
Right.
But is that really creativity? Or is it just mimicking what it's learned from humans?
Yeah, like, is it truly original?
That's the debate, right?
Yeah.
Some people say AI just copies patterns and styles it sees in the data.
Okay.
Others think it can come up with truly new ideas, express itself in a way that's different from humans.
That's pretty deep.
Yeah,
So there's not really a clear answer right now.
not yet.
Okay, so for someone who's not a tech expert, how can they even start using these AI tools?
Good question. I think the good news is you don't have to be a tech expert to use them.
Okay.
A lot of them are designed to be pretty user-friendly, even for beginners.
But where do you even start?
Well, first, figure out what you need, what your goals are,
Okay.
what takes up most of your time, where do you wish you were more creative or productive.
Yeah, so be intentional about it.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to just try things out. Experiment with different tools, see what works for you.
That's good advice.
Yeah, and, it's important to remember AI does have some potential downsides.
Right, like we talked about jobs.
Yeah, and there's also concerns about bias in the data, privacy, and, people using it for bad things.
Okay, so how do we prevent that? How do we make sure AI is used for good?
I think the first step is talking about it,
Okay.
having open and honest conversations about the risks and the benefits.
So everyone needs to be involved.
Exactly. Not just the tech companies, but everybody, because it's going to impact all of us.
That's a really good point.
Yeah, so we need to be part of shaping this future,
This has been a really eye-opening discussion.
Yeah,
It's clear that AI is a force to be reckoned with, right?
it is.
It's already changing our lives, and it's only going to get more powerful in the future.
For sure.
I mean, it kind of feels like we're at the very beginning of something huge.
Yeah, for sure.
Like AI is just going to become part of everything.
Yeah, definitely a time of, rapid change. And whenever that happens, people get a little nervous.
Right, totally.
But humans are pretty good at adapting.
Yeah, that's true.
We've been through these kinds of technological revolutions before,
Yeah, we figure it out.
Yeah, and we will again.
Okay, but what can we actually do, like, to prepare ourselves for this AI future?
Well, one of the most important things is just being adaptable.
Okay.
The job market's going to keep changing. We have to be ready to learn new skills, take on new roles.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
And Critical thinking is going to be huge.
How so?
Well, we need to be able to evaluate information, especially with all this AI-generated content out there.
Right, so it's not just about learning how to use the tools.
Right.
It's about, like, being able to tell what's real and what's fake and what's, like, reliable versus biased.
Exactly. That's a really important point.
Hmm.
And of course, creativity and innovation. Those are always going to be important.
How come?
Well, AI can help us with a lot of things, but it's still humans who come up with the big ideas, push the boundaries of what's possible.
Yeah, I see what you mean. It's almost like AI is making us be even more human.
I like that.
Yeah, like focus on those things that machines can't do.
Yeah, those uniquely human skills.
Yeah.
It's kind of forcing us to think about, what does it even mean to be human in a world where technology is doing so much?
That's a really interesting way to think about it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've talked about these 5 AI tools.
Mhm.
We've talked about the impact on work, on creativity.
Mhm.
What's the one thing you want people to take away from all of this?
I'd say, don't be afraid of AI.
Okay.
Embrace it. Learn about it. See how it can help you achieve your goals.
But also be mindful of the downsides, right?
Of course.
Like, we got to be responsible with this stuff.
Absolutely. Critical thinking is key,
Yeah,
and we need to be part of shaping this future, making sure AI is used for good.
really good point.
Yeah.
Well, this has been a really interesting conversation.
I've enjoyed it.
Yeah, thanks so much for sharing your expertise.
Of course, it's always fun talking about AI.
And to everyone listening, thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Yeah, thanks everyone.
Hopefully you found it informative, maybe even a little bit inspiring.
Definitely.
We encourage you to, keep learning about AI.
Yeah, stay curious.
And think about what it means for you, for your work, for the world around you.
It's an exciting time to be alive.
It really is.
The future's being shaped right now, and we all have a role to play.
Yeah, that's a great point.
So stay curious, stay engaged, and let's create an AI future we can all be proud of.
Well said. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.